Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're at the small town laundromat, car wash, apartment shop, and we're gonna collect quarters today, see how we did the last week, see if we have any problems, which I think we might. We had some major problems this last weekend, which I'll talk about and show you the damage I did. Well, maybe. Yeah, we'll show you the damage, although it should be fixed by now. And overall, it's an amazing laundromat. It's so fun and awesome and makes so much money. And I say that because it's for sale. But no, I've been very honest about it. I think it really could be a good investment, a good property for the right person, but it's not the right one for me right now. So things we're gonna check. I've got my new camera set up and stuff. We're gonna use, check these to make sure there's no errors. Check this to make sure it's working because someone said the change machine wasn't working. Last weekend it had issues too. We even have a backup change machine and someone said that wasn't working, so we'll talk about that. And, why is there a note here? That's not for me. Oh, what happened here? Somebody rip off the door? See? Why would... This is what happens at laundromats. Stuff breaks all the time and people don't help it either because they break it sometimes too. All right, the first thing we're gonna check out is the door I broke and see what it looks like now. Because we got a call. Oh, look at that. It looks much better. I was told this door is much stronger and I won't be able to break it. Oh yeah, that's a solid door. Although, breaking the door would be tough. Right here is your weak spot. You could break through that if you wanted to. So what happened was I got a call last Saturday or text. Someone said, "Why is the laundromat closed?" And it was on Saturday. I'm like, it's not closed. He's like, "The door's locked." I'm like, oh. And luckily it was a regular customer who had my phone number because I don't have my phone number posted. That's real ugly. We need to fix that. We had my phone number posted inside, not outside. And so I said, let me come over, let me see what's going on. I came over here, the front door batteries had died. And I didn't know all the things I should have known about it or I wouldn't have had to break the door. But I bought batteries with me, could not get that open. So I had the apartment over here, I did have keys for it. So I was able to get into the apartment, but I was not able to open this door because we had keys on the inside. So our door ended up in a few pieces, but I got in, and now we have a new, better door. It was a bad door, so we needed a new door at some point anyway, so it wasn't the end of the world. Some people said I should have called the locksmith. I'm like, I could have, but it probably would have cost me as much as a new door. And it was Saturday, so who knows how long it would have taken them. And I didn't want to be here very long. I'd rather be hanging out with my family. And so that's how we got into here. But while I was here, the change machine was not working. We've done so many things to fix this change machine, and it's been great for a while. Sometimes it gets messed up, and you reset it, and it works fine. So we actually put a timer on the back so it resets every single night. And then we have this backup one, but it only takes $. And someone texts and said, "Oh, your change machines don't work. Can you help me out?" And I texted him back like 10 minutes later and said, "Which laundromat are you at?" And they said, "I'm already gone," and they wouldn't talk to me. So I'm like, okay. So I assume it was this one, but we'll test it out and see what's going on. All right, let's get started. That's frustrating. That's really annoying. Something else I just realized, I have my coat on because it's cold outside. I have my coat on and it still feels kind of cold in here. And this stupid mini split, now it says DF on it. We've had our heating guy out here twice who put this in. In the last 2 weeks I've been here, it's been cold in here. Not like freezing, but definitely colder than it should be. And it hasn't been that cold outside. We're just talking about that on my live and my spree I did for my other channel, Mark's House of Cars. And it was 20 degrees this morning, but like 50 or 60 during the day. It should not be cold in here. That thing should not be having problems. So that's very frustrating. Okay, I said we had some issues over the weekend, and sorry I had to upload just my TikTok short video because I forgot to keep the footage. So I said the door was locked, couldn't get in, so we had to break open the back door. And luckily, I get into the apartment because we have it for sale. We have a lockbox on it. And I should have a key to the laundromat, but I don't, and I'm still not exactly sure if we have one somewhere. We're supposed to have one somewhere. But later on I learned I could have just opened that door with a 9-volt battery. It's set up where if it runs out of batteries, you can still connect it to a power source so you can put in the code and do it. But instead I did this. And so we'd actually boarded that door up to keep the laundromat or the apartment people out, because I think they tried to open that door one time, and luckily we didn't board it too good. So that was a fun, interesting experience. And next time I know, hey, I can just put a 9-volt battery on the door to open it up. But like I said, we kind of needed a new door there anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Now, that's the money we collected in the change machine. $23. That's not good. That's not good at all. We have major, major problems. Now, I was able to fix some of those problems, as you can see. But basically what happened was this change machine stopped working. And I messed with it forever. I took the whole thing apart, and what I found was, this is our other change machine that was working until it ran out of quarters, which is nice we had it, but it only takes ones. There was a quarter in the bill acceptor, so I don't know if that could have done it. I don't know. And then I started messing with where the quarters come out and fiddling with that. And then a couple quarters fell out on their own, so I think maybe that was jammed. But it would take $1, like I could reset it, clean it, do all kinds of stuff, and I get it to take $1, but it wouldn't send any money out, and then it just stopped taking them all together. So I think it was jammed. And once I got that quarter out, I was able to put money in there. It gave us money back, gave us quarters. I think I fixed it. I think. So we'll see. But this weekend, it was broken too. So after I let the guy in who was locked out, he tried to put a $20 bill in the change machine, and it wouldn't work either for him. And so I took it apart, reset it. It wouldn't do anything. And then I just moved some wires around, and all of a sudden it worked. And it took us money and gave money out. So I tried it a few times, and it kept working. It kept working. So I'm really hoping we fixed the problem, and I'm not gonna like hear, tomorrow, hey, the change machine is broken, nothing is working, and we'll see. But this laundromat just seems to have so many things happen and go wrong with it. Unless you're thinking of buying it. If you're thinking of buying it, there's nothing that ever goes wrong with it. It's perfect. Otherwise, yeah, it has some issues. I talked about this before too. I was trying to refill this quarter thing, which is a tedious task. And I said, you can't fill it too fast or you'll jam it up. And some people had commented, nope, you just can slide that quarter out. It's no problem if you fill it too fast. No, I've done this a few times. They get jammed in there, stuck together, and there we go. I got it, but I had to have a screwdriver, and it took some time, and dumped all my other quarters out. So I sped this up too, so you don't have to watch me fill every single thing. I mean, I guess I could have just cut this footage out, so you don't have to see me do this. But a lot of people like seeing the weird, tedious tasks behind all this, and you can listen to my witty banter while you watch it as well. So I guess let me know if you want to continue to watch me fill this coin thing. Some people just might get pleasure out of watching me having to do this and take so long and get frustrated while doing it too. So you never know. There's different ways to look at it. So I'm glad we have the backup change machine. That obviously helped. But none of this stuff is pointing to a good sign for sales this week. Almost no money in the change machine. Technically, I'm going to have a lot more money than that on my graph because I found $40 when I was looking for all this other stuff in the back room. I actually found a couple $20 bills floating around that I think had fallen out of my stacks before. And I mentioned last week I thought I'd lost one. I think I found that one, and another one is in the bucket. So we have some bonus money that will make it look a little better, and we have all the money from the one change machine, which helped. But still, Having your change machine down is one of the best ways to destroy sales at a laundromat. One of the best ways. So that's why we put in this backup one. That's why we have the main one reset every single night, because it would, once in a while, it would stop working. We reset it. It's fine. And again, we have to keep a close eye on it, because if it's not working, that is bad news. And the other thing that really hurts a laundromat or most businesses is if you're closed when you're supposed to be open. So when I came in to help that guy and break the door and do all that, it was probably 11, 12, and who knows how long it had been like that, if it was just that morning. But obviously it's not good when people can't use your business. So closed for a little bit, change machine not working possibly for quite a while, all kinds of fun stuff going on. But we'll still count it and see what we've got. Here is the car wash. And that's not bad, actually. That isn't bad at all. Now, something interesting happened at the car wash, too. While I was doing this, I heard something. And then I looked over, and there was someone over there in the car wash bay. Like, okay, they're washing their car. Well, I went back out there to empty the trash later. They were still there, like 20, 30 minutes later. And there was no car washing going on. That's not bad, over $40. And so I asked him, I'm like, hey, are you washing your car? And the guy's like, he's there with some kids, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna wash it here soon. We're just trying to fix a vent I have here. So they're working on their car in the car wash for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, not washing their car. And I didn't go back there to see. I kind of got distracted by everything else going on, if they really did wash their car or not. But that definitely does not help sales either if your one working car wash bay is being used by people to fix their cars and not actually wash them. And this is not looking amazing right here. This is the opposite of amazing. So, yeah, these barely got used. We put in these nice dryers that we thought would, you know, bring a lot more people in and help increase sales, and then our change machine breaks and then it's closed. That was better. That one's a little better. So we'll see. The people who came in, you might have seen them sitting there, we're doing a whole lot of laundry. They're using like 4 or 5 washers at once. So had I waited until they were gone to collect, it would have been some more in these dryers. I think I probably did collect the washers after they had used the washers. Oh geez. But not the dryers yet. And again, I mentioned this in my other laundromat video. We have a nicer, bigger laundromat that makes money. It's not for sale though. This is the one you get to buy if you're interested. I do wear a weird contraption thing around my neck that holds a camera kind of in my face while I'm doing this. That's how I'm hands-free. So I do look pretty ridiculous to the people in the laundromat, and they kind of stare at me while I do this, which is fine. But just letting you know, I make some pretty decent sacrifices just to bring you the best footage I can. These are okay. Definitely not as good as we've had the last couple of weeks. And I feel like we are making, this happens every time at this laundromat. Again, I'm great at marketing properties. Feels like we gain some momentum, we're doing better, or getting our sales up, and then boom, something happens. It just kind of kills that, and then we start over again and try and build our momentum up again. And then boom, something happens. But it could be worse. That's working. People love that machine because it's only $1.50 and it's real small, and they put their dirty stuff in there. People, yes, do actually. A lot of people prefer the top loaders. We don't have any top loaders in my other store, but this is kind of a more of a rural area, and I don't know. It seems like some people just really like top loaders, even though the front loaders are usually more efficient, clean better. Might even fit a little bit more in there, maybe. But my top loaders are also a little cheaper, so that could be part of it too. Alright, there's our whopping collection. And we'll count this up. You know it's not a good sign if I can grab all 3 buckets with one hand. Because quarters are heavy, and if you're having a good week, I should not be able to do that. So, here's the dryer first. We really hope for at least $100 in the dryer, which is 400 quarters. Our hope is just turned into despair this week. It's not really despair. I'm not that disparaging. That's the problem. Anyway, 271. Not 400. That's the worst we've had in a little while. Car wash was good though. See, we're looking at the positive. And you know what? It could have been way, way worse with the change machine fiasco. I feel like the last time our change machine had issues and problems, it was worse. So there's some positives. All right, let's see if we got to 800 is what the minimum we really want to see here. $200 from the washers. I will be very surprised if we get there. Very surprised. And 700. Yeah, I mean, all of this is close. That wasn't. It's actually kind of better than I thought it would be. All right. It's better than when we first opened, that's for sure. That's what we're looking at right here. You can see our sales progression. We did better and better and better. And then boom, boom, boom. Things, we had some issues. Car wash broke, change machine broke, everything broke last year. And that caused awful sales. And then, like I said, we've kind of been trying to recover from that and do better. And then we were. Like, that was a great week. Our record week right there in June. Decent. And then, boom. That might have been when we put in some new machines were closed for too long. I forget. And then we were kind of doing better again. And boom, something happened there. And boom. We were recovering a little bit more. But you know what? We had 307 this week. It's not as bad as it could have been. It's not as bad as our previous debacles we had. So in August, you can see we are down at like 250. And in some of the other times, we're down below 200, which is crazy. So we had a bad week. It wasn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. It was okay. And as long as the change machine keeps working, hopefully that was just kind of some bad luck. If the change machine won't keep working, that's a bigger issue because we have a guy who can fix change machines. He's in Denver. He takes a while to get here. He's expensive. Getting a new change machine is probably like $2,000 or $3,000, maybe more, depending on what you get. Take a long time to pay that off with this laundromat. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. Hopefully I was able to fix it, and hopefully it keeps working. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. All right, that's the property. I'm pretty sure I made a pretty amazing sales pitch for it this week. So if you're interested, it is still for sale. We did have some showings, people interested. We got some feedback. They thought it was priced a little too high, but we'll keep it up for sale. I think it would work really well for the right person, but it might take some time to find that right person. We'll just have to see how all that goes. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with other videos, including our Aplex, other flips, possible liquor store purchase, and any other debacles that we have going on in the real estate world. Take care. Be back soon.